Welcome to the Sports Jam. All right, well, I just, uploaded a video, about the James Harden trade. But let's talk about the other trades that happened. I'll start with one of my favorite players, obviously. One of the Knicks draft picks, Porzingis. I feel like this is an underrated play. Underrated trade. My boy Porzingis, he going to the Washington Wizards, and they switching it with Spencer Dinwiddie and stuff like that. I didn't look at what exactly Mavericks is getting. I don't know if the backup point guard for the Dallas Mavericks is I think he's a part of the deal too. But I really like this Washington Wizards. Like, I never was a fan of the Washington Wizards, but I think I like it now. We got Harrell, Kyle Kuzma, Caldwell Pope. They still got Bradley Beal, and Porzingis is coming. I really think Porzingis is underrated. Like, everybody talks about how Porzingis was like, oh, he's unreliable. But you got to remember, Luka Doncic is kind of unreliable too, because when Luka was out, Porzingis dropped 40. He dropped 40 on the Clippers. He dropped 40 when he was out. And he's 7'3". Of course, with 7'3", it comes with his baggage that, that you might get injured and stuff like that. But I think this is a good thing for Porzingis, because I really don't feel like Luka Doncic was feeding Porzingis enough. And for sure, Porzingis is going to be a part of the starting lineup. So I really like Washington Wizards. I really feel like we're going to get a glimpse of what the East is, the beast in the East this year. But I really feel like next year season is really going to be, we're really going to see it, because, we're going to have a lot of contenders. You know what I mean? I feel like the Washington Wizards is really going to be good. Like, everybody could sleep on Washington Wizards, but I feel like it's going to be a real good team. The only thing they need to do is make sure Porzingis does not play the center position. While we was breeding, or while we was raising Porzingis in the New York Knicks, we had him in the power forward position. I always said put him in the center so he could get tougher, but that time passed. Y'all put him in the power forward position, and he never got that NBA strength by going against the big guys. And now he been in the power forward position so long. Leave him at PF. Leave him at the power forward position. He'll get his blocks. He'll get his putbacks. He can move his feet. I think he can still move his feet pretty good for a 7'3" guy, and that can shoot like KD anywhere across the court. And I feel like it's really good. I hope they defer to Porzingis. So I'm really excited for the Washington Wizards, America's capital, DC. So I'm excited about that. And we're gonna go back to the Brooklyn Nets. I love this team. And one thing that it does for us too, we can trade Ben Simmons at any time. So that's good that we have an option to trade Ben Simmons if we want to get a better package or get some spicy. But I'd rather have Ben Simmons than anybody else, because I just like his potential. Like, come on, like, you got a LeBron that don't shoot, that haven't developed a shot. I really feel like, and the thing about it, if Ben Simmons wanted to play, if Ben Simmons was playing and wanted to stay, Philly was not trading him. So that's really good that we got Ben Simmons, because he wasn't gonna go nowhere if he didn't make that decision. Shout out to my favorite clientele, Clutch Sports. Featuring my guy LeBron James. So I feel like that's good. I haven't really looked at the Lakers I heard they was trying to find some role players, which is cool, but I really haven't had an update. I haven't seen anything. I just got off of work. But I love the Wizards. I see the Kings. I like the Kings. But you're in the West, you know what I mean? I don't know who's gonna be banging with the Golden State. Like, the West look like it's just open for Golden State. So I actually do like the Cavaliers. You know, they got Chris. I say we, but because I always was a fan of the Cavaliers since LeBron went back home to the land. But I like the Cavaliers. They got Chris. They got a lot of my Brooklyn draft picks in there. You know, with Jared Allen, Karis LeVert. It's a really spicy team, and I can't really wait until another game gets started and I can get to see how these trade scenarios actually falls in play when they hit the court. So that's really good. And going to Philadelphia with James Harden and Joel Embiid, I really feel like this is like, it's the most random expectations that you got for this team. Everybody know James Harden could flip the switch at any time. We kind of used to him doing that, and when he don't want to be there, he kind of, you know, does this little, you know, like a child. He pouts and he get a temper tantrum and he don't want to play no more. But talking about James Harden, I always had a problem with James Harden, but I love his handles. Like, the two best handles I love in the game is James Harden and Kyrie's. I never really got a display of James Harden handles in Brooklyn. It would have been amazing if he was playing 100% like he was bought in. But we never really got that. And even last year, like, I understand you had a hamstring, but that don't stop you from at least taking a shot. You know what I mean? So he was really deferring to KD. Like, he would be at the 3-point line, and everybody know James Harden got range, but he would be at the 3-point line. He know he can get a shot, but he defers to KD. Like, so if you're doing that, we might as well. He was playing like Ben Simmons. He was orchestrating the team, and and deferring to Kyrie and KD like he's not a big scorer himself. I understand you trying to get that balance, but you got to get yours in too. You got to show the other team that, you know what I mean, it's 3 lethal scorers on the team. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, you know, they still got Dabby, whatever that guy's name is, Dabius, the bull, whatever his name is. He's a good defender. He might make up for what James Harden defensive chows. But I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, this might not be good, like, for the Philadelphia 76ers, because, all right, you got James Harden. What version of James Harden are y'all really going to get? Are you going to get the James Harden that step back three? Or are you going to get the James Harden that defers? But he's not going to have nobody to defer to other than Joel Embiid. But I do see a lot of alleys. I see a lot of, you know, James Harden love alleys, you know, like Clint Capella. And, you know, he always the type of person when he goes to the paint, he's versatile on scoring. He got the floaters. He was developing his floaters. I thought I was going to see more floaters this year. He wasn't really playing. He wasn't really bought in. You know what I mean? But the Brooklyn Nets, like, man, we got I feel like I'm more confident in the Brooklyn Nets now because we got a great team now. Like, because I always was thinking, like, man, we got all these scores, but who's gonna stop Joel Embiid, Giannis? Who's gonna stop these big super centers? Like, so I'm glad that we now have Claxton, we have Aldridge, we have Andre Drummond, Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin's still balling. He still got he's a good shooter. He's a good 3-point shooter, obviously. So we have 4 big men that can hold it down for us, and I actually like that. So I'm very confident. And we also have Ben Simmons. If you want, you could play small ball with Ben Simmons at the 5. So that's really good. And I always seen Ben Simmons being a 5, cause, like, you know, I mean, if Draymond Green could do it through all them seasons with the Warriors, I'm pretty sure Ben Simmons, which is 6'10", he's almost the same height as Dwight Howard. Like, bruh, you can be a center. Like, so, and centers is not used to scoring, so you can play a fast lineup with Ben Simmons and at the 5. So we are super versatile. I hope they don't trade Ben Simmons for anybody else, because this is going to be a very, very good ramp up for the Brooklyn Nets. I'm actually happy that this actually makes me want to get a Brooklyn Nets hat and get some gear of the Brooklyn Nets, because I'm actually very excited for my team. I might get a stick or two, because I actually really like this team. Yeah, and I really don't know what the Knicks. I don't know if the Knicks made a trade, but I don't know what they could do. I wish they would have took Russell Westbrook, because I'm really a Laker too, really a Laker and a Brooklyn Nets fan. So I wish they just took Westbrook just for selfish reasons. Like, hey, y'all trash anyway. Might as well just take this off our hands. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'll have to double check that again. And all right, and I'll get back to you on more details and stuff like that. And it's a sports jib, and I will be hollering at y'all later. You know what I mean? Oh yeah.